That is entirely new news.
Mhm.
Alright. So this first piece I wrote when I was 17. So it's been a long time. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, baby.
I should pay excuses. The reason I fumble my words around Flora is because I wish I wasn't so tall for my age. And our leotards and her petiteness make it more acute. That's why I feel too gangly, unsure of what to do with my arms around her. She learns the dance steps faster. That's why I keep my eyes on her as we move. I wish I was as pretty, as small as her. That's all it is. The red blush I feel bloom across my chest when Miss Patty places her hand to the small of my back to elongate my pose at the bar is because I'm ashamed of the absence of my coordination. I still feel where her hand was because I need to fix my mistake, nothing more. This need to tear my eyes away from Delilah's hands and wrists, the way she flexes, twists, to illustrate the words that I'm not hearing, it's because I'm not good at paying attention. I'm tired after class, which makes it harder. That's it. I just want to kiss Mirabella because we're such good friends. She looks so pretty because of the sun weaving into her hair and soaking into her eyes. We're sitting close together, trying not to think about how close we are to touching. She looks so warm and happy, and her smile makes her eyes light up. I can't look at her and not smile too. No longer in a bun, her hair is falling in her eyes. I want to brush it away. It's the lighting. Everyone looks ethereal in sunlight. That's why I need to look at her. She makes me feel happy because we're such good friends. That's all. Nothing more. Isn't the closet so fun?
And they were roommates.
My next poem is empty. Streetlights make summer air taste sweet, soft, quick breezes dancing along concrete and asphalt streets. Sidewalks worn smooth by multitudes, now quiet while midnight strolls in solitude. Stoplights continue their colored interludes, despite the traffic's absence. Liminal street, its attachment to reality feels minimal. To disrupt the absence would be criminal. Hands. I've always talked with my hands, even before I could verbalize my thoughts. Mama taught the patterns of flexing and curving palms, the fingers, to communicate her baby's desires. My fingers move and illustrate instinctive in their dance to the rhythm of my words and thoughts, gesticulate my intent. And yet, I wonder if it's my fault, if speaking with my hands by moving yours off me wasn't enough. Half drunk on the floor of a friend's apartment, furniture still settling into its newly allotted slots. I still remember the clothes I was wearing, the black V-neck, the blue jean shorts. Even now, 2 years later, I wonder if it's my fault for using my hands instead of my voice to tell you no. I have two more. This one's lunatic. Lunacy comes from the moon, who cycles through brilliance and darkness. Bipolarity's patterns are not so easily assumed, opposites not so well harnessed. Who cycles through brilliance and darkness? The girl who sits in bed wrestling with opposites, not so well harnessed, as she thought her brain gives reason the slip. The girl who sits in bed wrestling with her body, depressed, her thoughts manic, as she thought her brain gave reason the slip and gives the gift of life in dreamlike panic. Her body depressed, her thoughts. Manic lunacy comes from the moon and gives the gift of life in a dreamlike panic. Bipolarity's patterns are not so easily assumed. And this is the last poem, and it's also called the last poem. I sit in a coffee shop, waiting on my first date since the breakup. I nearly canceled on the walk over. I scribble in the margins of my newspaper to calm my nerves. I don't know if I'm ready to do this again. Out of heartbreak or habit, I start a poem for my ex. Sometimes, my love, your mouth spoke such nonsense and bewildered me. It's an obsolete pet name. The subject is no longer mine, nor entirely loved. But the poem isn't bad, full of quiet yearning and lamentation. It looks nice in the blank space between horoscopes. Then the door swings open and you walk in. You're cuter in person. I am alarmed. You smile at me, sweet and slightly nervous. A quiet frenzy of excitement and confusion wells in my chest. I want you to keep smiling like that. I am deeply, deeply alarmed. The table is suddenly very small as you pull up a chair. I hastily shove the newspaper in my tote bag to make room for you. The last wistful poem I'll write for my ex is cast aside, forgotten, half finished.